check out this texture. Nice. Wow. These are not your average Rice Krispie treats. They have pockets of marshmallow in them. They are toasted with brown butter. There's milk powder in them, vanilla. They stay soft for days. And with back to school season coming up, if you put these in your kid's lunchbox, they are going to have the best day ever. So the first thing we're gonna do is add our unsalted butter to our pot. Make sure you start with a pot that's really large because we're gonna be mixing everything right in here, right? Lydia, do you like to start with cold butter or room temperature butter?
Doesn't really make a difference.
Okay. But it helps to start with it in pieces so that it melts evenly, right?
More evenly, yes.
Okay. So butter is usually about 80 to 82% fat with another 15 to 17% water, which is what we're cooking off right now. And the rest is milk solids, the remaining percentage. So the milk solids toast and they actually get brown in color and you get a ton of flavor from that toasting process. Then we're gonna add about 25 grams of dried whole milk powder, which is similar to that 2 to 3% of milk solids that you're toasting. So it just is like ultimate brown butter. It is even toastier, more flavorful, and takes your brown butter over the top. If you're working over medium heat, it usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes after the butter is melted to get to the point where you're toasting the milk solids. So this is the color we're going for, right?
That's it.
Wow, it's so pretty. It probably took like 2 minutes to toast the milk powder over a medium-low heat. So now we're ready to add our salt, vanilla, and our first round of marshmallows. So this is our rounded 1/4 teaspoon of salt, right? Just for some balanced flavor. This is gonna sputter a little bit, says Lydia. And then we wanna add 9 cups of our mini marshmallows. Marshmallows are coated in a little bit of confectioner's sugar and starch to prevent them from sticking to each other. So you get a lot more of that with mini marshmallows than full size. Is that part of it or really just the melting?
Just the melting.
Check this out, Tucker.
Just like with the brown butter and when you add the milk powder, you want to make sure you're scraping the bottom and the sides because you want to get all that flavor. See, that looks great.
Look at that. I love the color and the specks. So now we can move off the heat. We're done at the stove, right? So now we're off the heat and we have set aside 1 cup of our mini marshmallows. So we just add these all at once, right? And why did you include that step?
So those go in last when everything is off the heat. This is what is going to give you the marshmallow pockets.
Texture, baby.
So you don't have to worry about melting them.
And then I add this all at once, right?
Yep.
7 cups,
7 cups.
196 grams. Now I get an arm workout. Nobody saw that. Okay, I think we're pretty there. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm into my 8-inch lightly greased square pan. What do you mean? This is not exactly how you do it.
It went off the rails a little, but it's totally fine.
We're just going rogue.
So the nice thing about this recipe, because of the added fat in here and the higher ratio of marshmallows to Rice Krispies, you have a little bit more time to fully scrape the bottom of the pot or press them into the pan however you want.
This would be a fun step for kids to kind of press it all in.
Yes.
I remember the first time I made this when I dumped all of the Rice Krispie mixture into the pan. I thought it was way too much for the pan, like it was kind of mounded. But then I realized once you compact it, that this is how you get that like tall, substantial final Rice Krispie treat. So that's it, right? Now we just let it set and then we'll slice and eat them. And I'm gonna go wash my hands. All right, let's talk about degree of toastiness. So both of these batches of Rice Krispies are great. They're just cooked to a different degree during that browning, the butter, and toasting the milk powder phase. So this one was just cooked a little bit longer, and you'll see that there's more of a caramelized color. It's got this beautiful streak of kind of golden marshmallow here, whereas this one is what we would call a little bit more blonde, and it just depends on what you're looking for. But both of them will have this really soft texture. So Lydia's gonna slice the Rice Krispie treats how she likes to, in this signature bar shape. That's pretty, we've come to know it as the Lydia Rice Krispie shape. So let's talk about other things that you could do to make these Rice Krispie treats your own. I'm imagining that you could use sprinkles or mini chocolate chips.
Absolutely. Salted caramel chips are really good in these.
Oh, yum.
Mini chocolate chips definitely work. Pretzel pieces are really good because they're
Ooh,
salty.
salty sweet. Nice.
And certainly change up the cereal if you have
Yeah.
a favorite one that you like to do. Peanut butter cereal would be really delicious in these.
Or what about cornflakes?
Cornflakes
could be good.
They're endlessly customizable.
And so if you don't have the milk powder at home, could you skip that step and just make these with the brown butter and everything else that we did?
Absolutely. Yep.
They'll just have a little bit less flavor.
They'll have a little less flavor and they won't stay as soft.
Okay.
The milk powder helps these stay soft.
Pockets of marshmallow, texture and dimension and flavor. I think all that's left to do is taste them. Cheers. Cheers. Oh. I feel like a kid. Opening up my lunchbox and like today is gonna be a great day. This is definitely the best Rice Krispie treats I've ever had. Well done, Lydia. You can find the recipe at kingarthurbaking.com. Ultimate brown butter Rice Krispie treats. You'll love it. Like and subscribe.